In a small town nestled in the heart of Tadivalasa, something extraordinary was about to unfold. Government High School Tadivalasa, in collaboration with Kutumbam Trust, organized a motivational class for its students. The speaker for the day was none other than Mr. David M. Cole, Director of Data and Technology at First Bank US. His presence was not just an honor but a beacon of hope for these students.
Thank you so much. Thankful for the opportunity. I'll return those kind words by saying that life is a journey and we can't do it alone. We do it with other people, friends, people in our family, people that you come across. You can't get through life alone. You need help. You need people, and sometimes in life you're blessed with people who help make you better. And if I had one beginning piece of advice, it would be find somebody or surround yourself with people who encourage you, lift you up. Those people that don't do that, you probably need to get away from. So that's the first piece of advice. Super excited just to have the opportunity to speak to young people. I'm fortunate enough to have 5 children who have gone through my household and been able to sow into their lives. Now as a parent, I'm able to see them start to blossom. And it's kind of like planting crops and watching seeds turn into something that you never really imagined. You can only do so much. And my other message would simply be that we have a role individually with each other to water and to fertilize, and that comes through the words of encouragement. There's a phrase that I learned early in my career that came from a motivational speaker called Dale Carnegie, and the phrase is, "Be lavish in your approbation and praise." And basically that just means accentuate the positive. Look for positive, look for good things in people. We're all created equally. I practice Christianity, and I believe that every man is created equal. Every person is created equal. We all have equal opportunities. I'm fortunate enough to live in the United States of America, and we practice that everybody has an equal opportunity. So that may not be true for all people, that you might not feel that way, but I believe we're all born, we live a life, and then we die. And so it's important to make the most of the opportunities that we have. So really, as I began just a moment ago, I wanted to just highlight that, hey, we're on a journey together. I'm not an expert. I'm just a simple man.
Sir,
I'm a fellow
that's your
traveler.
greatness, sir.
Fellow traveler, just like you, on this journey of life. And this visual with the 2 people on the mountaintop, you may have never been able to climb a mountain, or you may not have a mountain near you, but there may be some mountain in your life that you're trying to get over. And you may need help along the way. Reach out to help others, reach up if you need to get help to be pulled up. Don't go it alone. That's my first message. Second message, get started. It takes one step at a time. All of us have, hopefully, 2 legs, 2 feet. I'll tell you a story about my son later, who lost his arm at the age of 17. He started out with 2 arms. Now he has 1 arm. At 17, probably the age of some of your students. But he still takes it one day at a time. You cannot stop moving forward. Otherwise, you're going backwards. So I encourage you to get going. The reason you get going is because ahead of you, you're going to see opportunities. There are going to be challenges. There's going to be things that need to be done, but you cannot see all the way to the end. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I certainly don't know when my life's going to end, but I do know that today I'm going to encounter challenges and opportunities. I will see people. I'll have the opportunity to engage. I'm thankful for the opportunity to speak to y'all. There's plenty that needs to be done. Of Quoting from Mahatma Gandhi, be the change you want to see in the world. You know what? You might see something that needs to be done, and you ask yourself, why isn't somebody doing something about that? Well, are you asking yourself the same question? Maybe it's you. Maybe you're the person that needs to actually go do something. A Chinese proverb here, water drops pierce stone. If you allow water enough time, even one little drop can forge a canyon. It's just the principle and the power of water, but it's also the principle and power of persistence. Don't stop. If you have a mission, you have a goal, an objective, a dream, a hope, don't stop. Keep going. Keep pressing on. Second message here, that the rope saw can cut wood. It's hard to even imagine that a piece of rope can cut wood. But with enough time and enough friction and enough effort and enough continued force, you can cut a piece of wood in half with a piece of rope. Another message here for you individually. This quote from Gustav Flaubert, a French novelist, says, there's not a particle of life which does not bear poetry within it. So think about yourself as a particle, the smallest little thing. You have a beautiful story. You are a work of art. You are a poet, or poetry that comes along with telling a message, telling a story. Every little piece matters. Every little piece of you matters. Another point here, and this is very important for students, you've had the privilege to learn how to read. You should have the ability to write. Those two capabilities are wonderful gifts that your teachers have given to you, and don't lose them. The reading side of things opens up a world. The world is open to you in a book. But the writing is something not to forget. Take your pen and paper and put your thoughts on paper. The power of words can change lives. It can change your life. It can change other lives. It sets it in action. Do not miss this point. There's power in words. Back to my earlier comments, there's power in words in a negative way and a positive way. If for some reason you have a negative word, write it on a piece of paper. You have a negative thought, write it on a piece of paper, and then tear that paper up and throw it away or burn it. Let those negative thoughts, negative words go, and then work on positive thoughts on the letter or on the right, and write somebody a note. Even if it's a small little effort that says, I appreciate you, or if it's a message that says, thank you, I appreciate you. Don't miss the opportunity to put things in writing to encourage others. This quote from Mary Wollstonecraft, someone from Britain, a British philosopher, something resides in the heart that is not perishable. Life is more than a dream. The emphasis here is that inside of each of us, and again, back to my faith walk, I believe that we're all empowered with a spirit, and that spirit, it's a good thing if it connects to a higher power. And inside of our heart, there's goodness. And I recognize there's badness too, but there's something inside of it that does not perish. And if you grab hold of that good and you grab hold of that mission, it can be more than a dream. It can actually motivate others to make a difference in life. Other message here is you are amazing. Individually, you are special. You are special. Don't try to be like somebody else. Don't try to be like me. You can't be me. You can only be you. And don't forget that uniqueness is the way we were created. I believe in a creator God who says everybody is created and everybody has a purpose. You just need to find yours. But you individually can be amazing and do great things. So I encourage you to find what your purpose is and drive towards it. Another quote here from a man that y'all may know, Martin Luther King Jr., a civil rights activist in my country, and somebody who spent time very close to where I live. I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. He was in jail in my city when I was 1 year old. And he stood up for what he believed. He stood up for what he knew was wrong in the people who were basically being mean and hateful and doing things that were disrespectful. And he took the high road, but he was an encourager also. And he gave this quote, and it's the same message I've been giving you. You may be that small little turtle there, but you can continue to move forward, whatever it takes. Move forward, make a difference, stay on your mission, do whatever you can, but don't stop, don't give up. Another quote here, which really is, if there was a life message or a life verse that I use in my life, this, I follow the teachings of Jesus. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. That's the first. And second is love your neighbors as yourself. All the law, all the prophets, all the teachings, all the commandments, everything. If you live by those rules and those laws and those guidance, you'll find your life will align up in the right way. It's loving something higher than you, loving those around you, and not be selfish about yourself. Even though I've encouraged you and I've told you you're great, remember there's people on the journey with you. You're going to encounter challenges. Life is not easy, but there's a word that you can hold on to is resilience. If you think about some of the strongest people you've ever met, people who have overcome difficulties and challenges in life. I could go on and on. I mentioned my son. So at 17, he lost his arm. At 18, he got on a motorcycle with one arm and was riding a motorcycle. Just as an example, just continue to be resilient, continue to press on. Think about the tree that in a violent storm whips back and forth but doesn't break. After the storm clears, the tree stands tall. That makes that tree stronger. It gives that tree character. And that tree did not break under the pressure of the storm. Just like you're going to have challenges in life. Don't break under the pressures of life. Stand firm, stand strong. How do you do that? Make sure you're rooted in the ground, which is going to be family. It's going to be friends. It could be your education. It could be your faith. Make sure you're holding on to something strong so when the pressures come, you don't get blown away. Find your purpose. Recently, I've been reading a book on the military, and that may not be a pleasant topic, but unfortunately, mankind sometimes, engages in warfare. And one of the principles of warfare is know your mission, know your objective, know what you're trying to accomplish. Otherwise, you might get killed. In a life walk here, find your North Star. In the olden days, and probably even still today, people will navigate by the stars. The North Star was a way to orient ships going across the ocean, perhaps looking for, hey, if I find that location in the sky, then I know which direction I'm going. Find your personal North Star. Know the reason you wake up every day. I wake up every day, and right now I work for a bank. I focus on data and technology, and I'm focused on driving objectives that improve our service to customers, improve profitability to the business, and for me personally, that I can make a difference helping others. Whatever it is, you might choose to do art, you might have science or math, but let your passion, something inside of you is you're passionate about. Find that thing and then go that direction. We are not alone. You've heard me several times talk about this message. Community. Reach out, lift people up. Together, we can move mountains together. And part of the reason, I enjoy working with Rella and certainly here with all of you is because it's exciting to be part of a community that is trying to make things better for everybody. So as I'm wrapping up here, I want you to think about a canvas, and this may or may not resonate with you, but a canvas that you're going to paint. You have colors, and each one of us is now going to start painting their painting. I'm not a good artist. My brain is more logical. I'm not a creative. My wife is very creative. But each one of us has a canvas we're going to paint. And as you step out into the world, regardless of where you came from, if you have a lot or you have a little, you are unique, and you have a unique opportunity, a unique advantage, and you have a brush and you have a canvas. Now it's time for you to start painting your story, your dreams, the things that you want to do. They matter. They matter. Paint your canvas boldly, my friends, and let your colors light up the world. I encourage you to be the best you can be. And with that, I give you thanks and peace. Namaste. I really appreciate the opportunity.
As the session concluded, Mr. Cole announced a heartwarming gesture: financial support from Vudakumam Trust for deserving students. This gesture of generosity offered not just aid but also a ray of hope for a brighter future. We extend our heartfelt thanks to Govt High School Tadivalasa for facilitating such enriching events that nurture the minds and souls of these young learners. Join us in our mission to support children's education and empower the leaders of tomorrow. Together, we can make a difference.